I think one of those is that things take longer than you think they will. We expected to go out of the planning year into the implementation year and run full steam ahead on the changes, but we found that our first implementation year was really a second planning year, at least a half a year. It took time to get people together, have meetings, go through the chain of command to get things approved. Another challenge was we weren't prepared for some of the emotional reactions we got from people, and I think it's important to take the perspective of some of the people who are being affected by these changes. For example, our developmental faculty were concerned that they would lose their jobs if we changed developmental education, and no one on the Completion by Design implementation team had thought of that because we had no intention of eliminating jobs for faculty members, but that was a very real concern for them, and their fear and anxiety affected their involvement with the work. And so I would suggest to other people to be sensitive to people's emotions and needs.
The piece that's probably caused the greatest anxiety is the acceleration of developmental education and the multiple measures. There was a lot of concern, still is a lot of concern about students being ready and how do we support students who are not prepared. But the other piece that came with both the structured pathways and the dev ed is if they're going to eliminate my discipline or they're going to need less of this, am I going to have a job? We looked at our dev ed faculty and said, okay, we got 45 full-time faculty here. What's going to happen when there's a decrease in demand for dev ed? And what can we do about it? With the support and permission of our president, are re-credentialing all of those who are interested so that they'll be qualified to teach curriculum, math, and English. So we do anticipate no decrease in our full-time employment.
I think communication is huge, but you must communicate with more than the 10 people that are working on this initiative. With our college, that has been a huge task for us. How to communicate more with our faculty on, what are you going to need to help our students complete? We've never really had that conversation with them, and we should have had that conversation with them. How can we support you? What are you going to need to make this work?
Well, I think the one thing that kind of rings true for me with challenges is you need to start aiming as high as possible, because with budget constraints and reality, you don't always get what you want. So aim as high as possible, and when you get part of it, it's a bigger chunk of what you really needed. And I don't think in the past we ever did that. It was always, you can ask for a bike for Christmas, but you can't ask for a motorcycle for Christmas. Well, ask for the motorcycle, you might still get the bike.
Just getting the word out. Change is always hard for faculty, just people in general. And because we're so large, getting the word to people that it's a positive change. We're trying to direct students in a more focused pathway, more structure is definitely a good thing.